Hello, and welcome to the Inspired Living podcast with Ellen Broderick. Each week, we delve into a conversation with an individual who's found their passion and is pursuing it. This week, my guest is Monica Biasiolo, and she is trained as a professional certified coach, a mindfulness teacher, an energy worker. She's certified in Forest and Groovy Kid yoga. Monica has a BS in design and innovation. She's a gifted and compassionate listener and is knowledgeable, passionate, and service-driven. Monica has lived in Africa, North America, Asia, and is currently living in Rome, Italy. Welcome, Monica. What a delight to have you here.
Thank you. It's such an honor to be here with you.
Well,
I really enjoy, I'm sure that I will enjoy our conversation together, because each time that I'm with you, I have such a lovely time. So
well, I feel the same way. And Monica and I have never met in person. It's always been on Zoom. But I feel as though in the probably now 3 years that we've known each other, that I have learned so much from you. And your website is beautiful. And it's monicabiasiolo.com, and that's spelled MonicaBiasiolo.com. So please check it out, because it is, to me, it's really an exceptional website, and it says so much about who you are and what you offer to the world right now. And we'll delve into some of that. I want to start with something that was that I had read, that you had said that you grew up with strong women who taught you to be resilient. And that seems like a really good place to start. Can you tell us about that, Monica?
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember my grandmother. She was the grandmother of my mom, and so she was the one who taught me to, because I was very little and I was living in Eritrea at that time. It was a wartime, and so she taught me really to calm down. It was a kind of meditation through prayers. And to collect myself when things could get really tough. It was a wartime. I was in Eritrea at the time. It was on the 70s, and so she was the first person who really taught me to really get in touch with my inner self, through prayers, through chanting, and so that is part of my childhood. And then I had my sister, who is older than me, 17 years older than me. We are sisters from different mom, but we are really very much more than, we were sister of the same mom. The bond that we have. And she taught me really resilience and perseverance, and really connecting with that female energy, and really be strong and flourish it in a way that, life has a lot of challenges, and so in time of challenges, just to connect to your inner self and find the strength and the resilience to overcome, because in a way we are always evolving, and so the challenges are other ways to help us evolve, to help us grow into a different version of ourselves. A more wise, more kind, more compassionate. Yeah.
So this makes me think about something you had on in an article that you had written, which was that challenges are opportunities. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, sure. I think I got to this with the maturity, because at the beginning, when I was young, I wouldn't see that. But a big wake up for me was I had a cancer, so the illness was a big wake up call for me, to just realize that illness was a challenge, and it was something that I basically gave me the opportunity to make some changes in my life, some changes that I wouldn't see in a way that I didn't have the courage to, to bring that change in my life. And so that helped me to understand that challenges are opportunity for growth. Because I was just having a conversation yesterday with my daughter, and she's also in a transition moment. And so we were just talking about this, about there are times in life that we have the courage, we need to have the courage to say goodbye to, could be people, could be, a work that is not helping us to grow. And when we feel that we are stagnant, it could be a relationship, or it could be, even a behavior that we have, a habit that we have, that we see that is not really bringing us forward, moving us forward, and we see that we are stuck. So at that moment, we need the courage to see it, recognize it, and then see that is an opportunity for us to step forward into the next level of our life, of our identity, of our existence. Because I believe that this life is an opportunity for us to evolve. We are here to evolve, and we are, I put it maybe in a spiritual way, but it's not to, to accumulate, I don't know, any, could be stuff or yeah, I don't know how to, I don't want to go too much into a spiritual conversation, but it's basically is that.
Well,
So
it sounds as though you're able to prioritize what is important in life, and what do you want to focus on, and what do you want to grow, and what do you want to let go of.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's if you observe even your own life, there were moments that you were into something, and you were very enthusiastic, and you got involved in that, and then there was a moment that you felt probably that it was time to move on. And so it's like peeling the onion, imagine like an onion, that we peel the layer of the onion to just get to the core, which is our being, who really we are. Because we identify ourselves with a lot of things. As you introduced me, you said that I had a BS in design and innovation. I am a meditation teacher, but am I really all this? My essence is, I think, is more than that. And so when we peel all this onion layers, we get into the essence of us, and that is where we find that strength that we were talking about before, the resilience, the way that we adapt to, to our environment and to things that happen in our life, and the way we face changes. We can face them with fear and uncertainty, or we can embrace them and see, okay, what is the next level for me, where I'm going next, and what is the future bringing me. So it's a different attitude, and it's more open. Instead, if we face things with fear or uncertainty or overwhelm, we are contracting. And when you are contracted, you don't accept, you don't allow things to come to you.
Wow, that's a really beautiful way to describe it. Monica, I've never really heard it described quite that way. And I definitely relate to that. Both the having the resource within us that can allow us to find our resiliency, allow us to be renewed and focused and know where we're heading. And also the layering of the onion is a wonderful image. And so thank you so much for that. So I also had thought about something that you had written, which was that our body is a perfect gift from nature. So your connection to nature and to our learning from the natural world seems to be one of the things that is really important to you. I wonder if you could elaborate on that.
Oh, yes. When I feel, sometimes in overwhelmed, by events, my first thing is to reach out to nature and to observe nature, to get inspired on how I can really focus and solve whatever life is bringing me in that moment. And so I really strongly believe that we are all connected in terms of the human being, nature in all its expression. We are actually, the other day I was meditating, and this meditation was a beautiful meditation because it was about us and about seeing us like, fishes are in the water, they are swimming in the water. And so we are like fishes that are in swimming in the air, and so expanding this sensation of there is the air between, but the air is inside me and outside me. And so there are all layers between the organs, between me and, the external. So the skin is the big layer that separates me with the external world. And if you think everything is connected, we are connected to nature in a way that, because there is another layer, which is the air, that is separating us. But if you are next to the tree, so there is the outside of the tree, the cork, how do you say it? The cork, I think in English. And then
the bark.
And the bark, and then there is the tree. So it's are all different layers. And so there is this connection. We are one with nature. Sometimes our ego stand out and want us to separate. So create that separation, which, it might be good because we are all different, are all unique, and we are perfectly imperfect in all our senses, but we are part of the whole. We are one with the whole. And so when we think like that, we understand, how even ourself, our body work. When we observe nature, just by observing how the nature is, we learn so much. We get so much information just to see and think about the circadian rhythm and see the order that there is in the circadian rhythm, that we are all beings that function with light. And when the light is away, there are other functions that happen. And so we are connected with nature.
So
But when yeah.
No, I was just going to say that the circadian rhythms are the rhythms where as part of as part of the natural world, our body is getting the signals of when to be awake and alert, when to be asleep, and when's the best time to eat. All of these are coming in as signals from nature to us, whether we agree to pay attention to them or not.
Yes, exactly. And those signals, as you said, whether we agree or not, are there. But if you connect with that, you start to really get into the rhythm, and you start to get into the natural rhythm. And then is when you live really consciously, and you are really present into what is happening and in your life, and you can choose the direction that you want to give to your life, because you are present, you are conscious, and you are not going into life with an automated mode that you are driven by what the trends are, or whatever is driving you forward in life.
So I'm just smiling because one of the things that made me laugh was reading that you have an image of your body like a Ferrari.
Yes,
Ferrari.
yes.
That sports car, Ferrari.
Yes.
Yeah. So this sounds like this is one of the choices you can make, right?
Yes.
And what does it mean to you?
I chose the Ferrari because the Ferrari is an Italian product, and it's the most powerful car, in a way that has a very strong engine, and it's a sport car, so it's just fantastic, fast, and our body is really perfect. And I could appreciate that when I got sick, always, that was a big wake-up call for me, because I could see how the body started to heal himself or to adapt, because I had some part of my body that have been removed. And so how the body really adapted to the new situation and to make everything work back again. And the cleaning system after I finish all my my therapies, and I did a massive detox, and I really saw how the body recovered immediately. When we give the opportunity to the body to heal, it's magic. And that's why I see it like a Ferrari, because we need the body to experience life in where we are, because without the body we cannot experience I spoke about before about our inner self, our essence, which need the body. Is the combination of the body and the essence that make us experience and have the opportunity to evolve. So we need to take care of our body. We need to really pay attention on how we are treating it. are we putting a good fuel inside? Or I have a Ferrari, but if I put not a good fuel in, then the engine will, will start to get not good, and the car will break. Am I doing the maintenance? So am I maintaining my Ferrari to be, I'm cleaning it, I'm careful if I have oil, if I have, all the things that really make the engine work very well. So
this is the way you think about your body, about
yes,
about your body as the vehicle, which
yes,
is carrying you through this this world and this lifetime, this experience. Yeah.
yeah. And another thing is not to give, in a way, we give the right importance to our body, because we don't want to because the body at a certain point will stay here. Mm-hmm. And so are we cultivating even who is driving the car?
Yes, exactly. Beautiful.
Because without the driver, you have a beautiful Ferrari, but it can be parked in a place, it's not moving.
And it's a temporary home for your spirit.
Yeah.
So you have decided, it sounds like, to work. It sounds from what I've read, it sounds like you have really focused your work in your guiding other people, in your working with groups and with individuals to work with women. Yes. And to connect them to their body and to their intuition, to value their uniqueness, and to age with grace.
Yes.
So let's go there.
Yeah, I choose women because as a woman, I have more experience, because I teach what I have been experiencing myself. So I could really understand and connect with the person. But also because women are how can I describe it? Our mother, our sisters are working in the house. They have so many roles. And especially when there is motherhood, I am a mother of 3. I found myself to put myself backward just to, for my child, to grow my child and to give more attention to them in a way that, because it is a responsibility that I have as a mother. And so sometimes I found myself that I was more at the back. And this could bring a kind of disconnection with who we are, with ourselves, with our purpose. And so that's why I want to connect with women who are in this place, to just remind them that they can do the role of mother, and at the same time they can take care of themselves, because when they take care of themselves is the moment that they will do the role of mother best, because they will feel energized, they have more to give. It's like on the plane that you need to make the oxygen first and then put it to the child. It's like that. So I really would like to guide them to find what is their passion, because sometimes when you are into the motherhood role, you can even forget what is your passion, what is your purpose in life. You think that is just bringing up your children, but you also have other purposes besides being a mother. And so I would like to help them find that, because for me personally was I lived this situation, and I go back to the cancer, which was a big wake-up call, and that helped me realize really what is my passion.
So you have really found it. You are leading women in a variety of ways. Can you tell us a little bit, as we are, winding down here, about these programs and individual work that you do with people?
Mostly now I am working with individuals. I actually am reprogramming the whole offer that I have, because I really would like to restructure my courses, and so I'm working on that right now, and I would like also to reach to them in a different way, to give a support to them in a different way. I would like to write a book, and so that this can really help people who cannot join my program. They can read the book, and then if they need extra coaching, they can have, this kind of contact with me. I'm in this big shift process right now. Especially summer here in Italy, so I'm taking this time until October to pause and get ready for autumn to come with an offer.
So pausing is so important, isn't it? To
Yes.
be able to, it sort of leads us back to where we started about the connecting within, and,
Yes.
and being led by what that center of yourself knows, that part that is connected to nature, that is connected to the whole.
Yeah, because you see, the pause is important. Even as we breathe, there is a very tiny pause between inhalation and exhalation. And so the pause will give us the moment to reflect, okay, and as we are evolving, even our, whatever we are offering evolved. And so what is the next level? How can be at service? What is my environment that needs? Because sometimes, we can think that our offer is the best thing, but and it's not what our environment needs. Our environment in a way that the people, our community, need. So just pausing to understand what is it that my community needs, and how can I restructure my offer and be there to support those women. Yeah. So this is the purpose.
Monica, you are such an inspiration, and you always have been for me. And I'm sure that that the listeners will have gotten a lot out of your talk today. So thank you so much. And for the Inspired Living podcast, this is Ellen Broderick with my guest, Monica Biasiolo. And thank you all for joining today.
Thank you